This comic strip tells of the Eagle Force. Stories you can act up with die-cast metal Eagle Force action figures, each sold separately. There's Captain Eagle and Talon. You can pretend KO is a judo fighter, Turk, a strongman, and Sergeant Brown, a demolitions expert. And this is the enemy, General Mamba.
Destroy the Eagle Force.
Head of Riot, plus Baron Von Chill, Betaman, and Shock Trooper, each sold separately. Captain Eagle, KO, Turk, and all Eagle Force figures, each sold separately. By Mego.
Today's review will be on the Fresh Monkey Fiction and ZICA Toys Eagle Force. And this is a review for the Eagle Force Officer, Strategic Operations Specialist. Now, as far as I know, back in 1980, when Eagle Force first debuted, they didn't have any nameless troops to add to your growing army of action figures. And now, after 41 years, we get the Eagle Force Officer, looking a lot like Judge Dredd there. All he's missing are those Kiss-S lightning bolts reflected in his visor. Man, that is awesome. Now, as you can see over here, the figure matches that picture perfectly, and he looks awesome. And like I said, he's a troop builder, so you can always get more than one of these guys. Looking at the back of the card, and it's exactly like all the other figures, 100% collector friendly. Just slide this card out, pull the figure out of the bubble, play with the figure all you want, put it back in the bubble, and slide this card back in, and you've still got a mint on card figure. Now, everything up here is exactly the same as all the other figures, and down here we have a roll call for Series 3, which includes Sergeant Bulldog, Staff Sergeant, Bulldog Brigade, Reconnaissance Specialist, Eagle Force Officer, Strategic Operations Specialist, and Captain Eagle, Eagle Force Leader. Under them we find Baron Von Chill VII, Science Advisor, Riot Commando, Arctic Warfare Operative, Grim Reaper, Mercenary, and KO, Silent Weapons Expert. As for the bio, it reads, as the threat of riot looms large, Eagle Force must expand their ranks, and General Brown enlists the aid of the Eagle Force officers to orient and lead the team. Working alongside General Brown and Sergeant Bulldog, the Eagle Force officers use their tactical minds, all honed after years of field combat, to direct the offensive against the sinister riot organization. Highly trained and tactically sound, the officers aren't afraid to lay down their own lives if that's what it takes. Looking at his picture now, I've already said that this guy reminds me of Judge Dredd, but look at those lips. It just looks like he should be saying, I am the law. Underneath his picture it says, Eagle Force Officer, Strategic Operations Specialist. And there's a quote from Captain Eagle that reads, if Sergeant Bulldog and the Bulldog Brigade are the teeth of Eagle Force, the Eagle Force officers are the eyes and ears. Experts in reconnaissance, intelligence, and tactical planning, the officers are in charge of pointing the brigade at their targets, then unleashing the attack. And speaking of unleashing the attack, we can't do that until we unleash him from this package, so I say we open him! So, here's the Eagle Force Officer fresh out of the package, and he looks awesome. Now, aside from that helmeted head, everything else about this figure we have seen before on other figures in this line. Now, his upper torso and that vest were previously seen on General Brown. Now, you can see they got the same grenades at the top, but the pouches are a little bit different there at the bottom. Well, the pouches are shared with Stryker Jr., and everything from his lower torso down to his boots are Stryker Jr. figure, except for Stryker Jr. has those knee pads. But that's the only real difference. But you know what? Doesn't matter that this figure shares a lot of parts with those figures, because he's awesome looking. Looking at the figure from behind, and he better stay off a G.I. Joe battlefield, because from behind he looks a lot like a Cobra Trooper. Working our way down his back here, he's got those straps that still look like Ablina's face from, Real Monsters. And then down here, it's the same old figure that we've seen a few times before, and you know what? It still looks awesome to me. Looking at the figure from the side, and that helmeted head looks awesome. And if you look at the back of his head there underneath the helmet, it looks like he's got a shaved head. So with a shaved head and the shape of that face, well, I like to pretend that's Yul Brynner underneath those goggles and helmet. Now, speaking of the helmet, you see those yellow straps? Well, if you want to buy these figures for your kids, but you don't want your kids playing with war figures, well, you can always tell them those are French fries because he got in a food fight and they stuck to his helmet. Working our way down here, he's got the Eagle Force logo there on his sleeve, and that is awesome. Like I said, we've seen this figure before, and he still looks cool. And just like all the other ones, this vest is totally removable. And he looks just as good without the vest as he does with it. And what's cool about this guy being a troop builder, you can have some with the vest and some without, and that is awesome. But But he prefers to have the vest on because, you know, flying french fries. Let's go check out his accessories. Just like all the other figures in the line, all of his accessories come in this little clear plastic bag, so let's see what he came with. He came with 8 extra hands. These grabby hands, these trigger finger hands, these accessory holding hands, which look identical to the ones he came equipped with right out of the package, and these fists. And all of these hands match the 2 he already has on, so you could just swap out one of these hands and they would match perfectly. As for weapons, he included this machine gun and this handgun, and the handgun fits perfectly in the holster on his right thigh. So, here's the Eagle Force officer standing alongside of the rest of my black and yellow Eagle Force team, and they look absolutely awesome together. I love the uniformity between their outfits. That is so cool. Now, like I said, this guy is a troop builder, so the more the merrier. I mean, I just imagine 2 or 3 of these guys flanked in with this group. That would be so awesome. But honestly, if you can only get one, I think he fits in as just another member of the team. I mean, you can make up any character you want for him, and he looks awesome. So, there's my review of the Fresh Monkey Fiction and ZICA Toys Eagle Force. And this was a review for the Eagle Force Officer! And this figure is just as cool as all of the others, and I absolutely love it. And speaking of cool, I only have one Eagle Force figure left to review, and he's so cool, he's cold. So until next time, tune in for more!
Can Captain Eagle fight off General Mamba? It's up to you when you're in command of the Eagle Force.
Food Reviews! Flappykins!
Hey, this is Nolan North. You don't want to miss Food Reviews. And I'm out.